Scott Kiner, and tonight we're at the iconic Palm Springs restaurant, Riccio's. This place is amazing. In fact, Sinatra, Sammy, and the Rat Pack used to hang out here. It's said that the boys from Chicago, the guys with the bent nose, used to divvy up tens of thousands of dollars right here at these tables. Tonight, we're here to dive into their 5-course monthly winemaker menu. So sit back and enjoy as we relive a little bit of Palm Springs history here at Riccio's restaurant.
Frank, do you have any stories about Frank? Actually, Frank was very private. We approached him only when it was necessary, and he kept to his friends and his wife. Bob Evans, Bob, the best, the best, the best. Bob came in every night with 3 rentals. 17 and under, preferably. Late at night, he wanted a great entrance. He never ate anything. He ordered his food on the telephone. He sat down, he had his martini, and he took 1 bite. I took 5, 6 photographs of him with the girls, and he was out the door. I had his credit card for 10 years. I charged him anything I wanted, and I still have his credit card, never picked it out.
The winemaker's monthly 5-course dinner. It is to die for.
Il vino è il canto della terra verso il cielo. And it means the wine is the song of the earth toward the sky. And it really takes a poet to make great wines. You know, yes, you can have a great enologist, you know, a great magician in the cellar. You can have great technology. You can have a lot of degrees. But in the end, it takes soul. It takes, you know, a certain magic, a certain mystical quality to make great wines.
The first dish was our crab cake that we do, done with a roasted gourmet that we make. And then followed from that, we did a salad done with filled mixed greens in a vinaigrette with roasted carameled walnuts and cranberries, and with a nice slice of apples, too. And then for our pasta, we did a homemade raviolis. It was a roasted chicken ravioli done in a wild mushroom sauce. For our entree, we did our medallion done with a demi-glaze Barolo sauce. And then we followed into a dessert as a mango sorbet with chocolate truffles and homemade cookies that we make here. Our biscottes and ladyfingers. Our cioppino that we prepare here. It's a medley of shellfish we do with mussels, clams, scallops, different types of fish as well, and calamari and homemade lobster. And we also prepare a beautiful Dover sole.
I have been married to Dan for 12 years, almost 12 and a half years. I've never seen Riccio's before. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. So I expected a nice restaurant, but when I walked in that door and I was just, you know, taken aback, I thought, wow, this is a great restaurant. It's really nice, and they just treated me like I was already part of the family.
I'm with Tisha Riccio, whose family founded this restaurant many, many years ago. In fact, it was her father and her uncle who founded this restaurant. And Tisha, tell us a little bit about the history of this restaurant.
Let's see, the beginnings of this restaurant started from my uncle was a restaurateur who, at the time, a lot of the Hollywood crowd were, you know, leaving in Los Angeles and coming to the desert to just get away, play
golf. What year was that?
Well, he came in the early 70s. We didn't get here until 1975. The restaurant opened in 1977. But my uncle was part of that Hollywood crowd, and one of his first restaurants that he ran was called the Villa Capri in Hollywood, which was a Frank Sinatra restaurant. Then he and Frank Sinatra were friends. That was a great Hollywood hangout back in like the 50s. And then he had a restaurant called Martoni's in Hollywood on Cahuenga and Sunset, and that was quite a place. When I was a little girl visiting from New York and the Bronx, I mean, this was a whole new world for me.
I bet it was.
I sat on Cary Grant's lap. I was 8 years old, and I knew exactly who he was, and I was perfectly comfortable with hanging out with Cary Grant. So that was his restaurant in Hollywood that was very famous.
I was told that I'm actually sitting in Frank Sinatra's favorite seat.
Yes.
So who were some of the other celebrities that patronized the restaurant?
Well, you know, President Ford, Tony Bennett, Loretta Young was absolutely breathtaking. Robert Redford, it just goes on and on, you know. Bob Hope. I mean, if the walls could talk, if this bar could talk.
Tisha, as I say, it's just an honor to be here tonight, and I want to thank you for having us.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Riccio's, you have to try this place. You'll love it.